Relationship maintenance. That's a broad spectrum of activity. It could be in the bedroom, or it could be going out for a coffee. Now I'm going to make a confession about this bike. There's two things that I'm noticing about it that they're not enough for me to dislike the bike, but I'll mention them. Right, today for the first hour I did have a lot of vibration going through my right, you shithead. I did have a lot of vibration going through my right hand. I think that's probably because I'm in the wrong rev most of the time. Yeah. Chugging mode instead of giving it a bit more of that. But you don't get it with that, but you get it with this chugging. And that kind of annoys me. It's gone, it was the first hour. After that I got a bit quicker, so it seems to have took care of itself with the right revs. And the other thing is, the last 3 times I've been on the bike where I've got off and I've went home, it's not been good for my back. I do have back problems anyway. Generally I've got a partially herniated disc, which is behaving itself, you know. Sometimes I have to do a clamp down with the ibuprofen, or ibuprofen, however you pronounce it. Ibu. I do a clamp down with that. I went to the doctor's about a month and a half ago. He gave me a week off. It was going to be Easter actually. 2 weeks before Easter. He said, "You want the second week?" I went, "Nah, my boss thinks I'm skiving." Yeah, okay. So he's booked me in for a proper scan, which is next month on it. So there is a problem there with my back, but I don't know, for some reason when I get off of this back at the house later, I will feel it. It will be like yeah, so it's probably not the bike's fault. It's probably my back. The other thing that I would say is taking a bit of getting used to is, or two things. The throttle response. I've mentioned it before. If you don't make a clean disconnect with your glove, you just need to touch it a bit and you'll get whacked a bit, you know, because you've inadvertently moved the throttle a little bit. So, oh shit, okay, that's closed. So that takes a bit of paying attention to. And oh come on, it's a fucking speed bump, not a bloody, yeah. The other thing is the hydraulic clutch. Now bearing in mind the bike had 6,500 kilometres on it when I got it. But the clutch bite is very high. You know, you almost have to be out with the lever. It's that far up, you know. It's not low. You can't adjust these clutches, these hydraulic things. I don't think the clutch is worn. How can you have a worn clutch after 6,000 kilometres? That's like 4,300 miles. You'd have to be doing wheelies and burnouts and all sorts with it if you were going to damage your clutch. So I think it's just, I don't know, it's just the hydraulic nature of it, I guess. So I've actually had to put it on setting 4 so that I've got a bit less travel on it. But yeah, that doesn't bother me. I get used to it. Occasionally I do a dodgy gear change because of it. But yeah, other than that, I can't find any faults with it. I can't. I wouldn't expect to. I just need to get used to the throttle and the clutch situation. Going over tram lines, does that count as off-road? Asking for a friend.